Inside Batterball! First inning, opening day.
Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the 100th opening day of Batterball here at Betty Crocker Stadium.
That's right, Macy. 100 years of America's most delicious pastime. Did you know that Batterball's founder once said if the sport made it to 100 years, he would personally bake a cake the size of President Warren G. Harding?
That's not that big of a cake, George. But let's get back to the game. Today's vicious grudge match is between Nibble champs, the Memphis Egg Boys, and the Lion Coast of Batterball, the Cincinnati Soggy Bottoms.
That's right, nothing but pure sport and artistry out here today. The Egg Boys have been bringing in yellow cake after yellow cake. Sometimes you just can't beat a team like the Egg Boys.
Oh, George, I wouldn't put all your money on those Egg Boys. The Soggy Bottoms have been diligent with their egg ratios and are bringing a whole new cake to this game. I don't know if you saw, but there's a stray angel food cake down there, which, while risky, could be brought in for some much-needed technical points.
Now, if you look over on third, Dennis Crum is still working on that pound cake from the top of the half. The Soggy Bottoms are down by 3, and they could really use some help there. They're scraping the bottom of the bowl with this one.
Oh, look at Rosewater Ramirez down there on first of it. He's looking jumpy. You know, Ramirez is a real risk taker. He puts actual rose water into his base, which is risky because it could result in excessive soap taste, which could lose some points overall.
Well, Macy, traditionally, people don't like cakes that taste of soap. That can vary from umpire to umpire. It's the bottom of the ninth, 1 out, 1-0. Here comes Jose Prosecco with the pitch.
Look at Rosewater Ramirez. I think he's going to make a run for second of it.
Oh, he's almost there. He's got the cake and oh!
Third egged by Prosecco, and he is out. But that cake is still hot. That cake is still in play.
Pitcher's returning to the mound, and oh, Dennis Crum is now running for second.
Oh, it looks like he's going to try to grab those strays.
He's got a cake in each hand and is returned back for third. Oh, and he dodges an egg from Cool Whip Wilson in the outfield.
Oh, looks like he's got his pound cake stacked with the angel food cake. With Rosewater's rosewater bake on top, he's got them all stacked now.
Crum is running for home. I've never seen a man dodge this many eggs in my life. And he's safe.
Oh, now here comes the umpire over to judge the cakes.
All right, the scores are being posted. Let's see. That is 1 point for Rosewater's rosewater cake. Looks like it did have excessive soap taste.
That's a shame.
That is no points for the angel food cake. It appears to have been burned and not risen. This leaves the Soggy Bottoms down by 2 at the end of the game. And
come on, Bottoms!
oh, the pound cake is worth 4 points. That is a victory for the Soggy Bottoms over the Memphis Egg Boys in what has been one of the most unpredictable games in Batterball history.
Yes, folks, the yolks were flying, the cakes were rising, and despite their name, the Soggy Bottoms came out on top. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday for highlights and recipes from tonight's game.
Thank you so much for tuning in to ESPN 350. We'll see you next week when the Egg Boys will be playing the Seattle Buttfucks. I'm George Easterton.
And I'm Macy Bakewell.
Good night.
You owe me $50.
Oh, fuck you, Macy. Second, explain the rules. Hi. So, for those of you who maybe don't know too much about professional sports, the Batterball season just ended a couple weeks ago with the Memphis Egg Boys taking home the coveted Northern International Batterball League trophy.
Yes, the final game was between the Memphis Egg Boys and our beloved Seattle Buttfucks. As we all know, the games didn't go our way, but the Buttfucks played really well overall, having more RBIs, that's runners baked in, than any other team in the league.
But let's back it up for a second. The year is 1918, a particularly cold New England winter and the off-season for the Yankees. Some of the players had the great idea to put ovens on the field at every base to avoid hypothermia during practice.
Meanwhile, women were marching for their suffrage and had absolutely no time to cook for their baseball-playing working husbands. So, they sent them off to the field with absolutely everything they would need.
You know, ingredients like flour, milk, sugar, ham, eggs, butter.
You get it. Everything you need to make a cake.
Then, being competitive as they tend to be, decided to make a game out of it, seeing who could make the best cake while running the bases.
In 1919, William T. Buttfuck, more on him later, entrepreneur and former bat boy for the New York Yankees, founded the Northern International Batterball League, or Nibble for short.
There were 6 teams originally.
the Boston cream pies,
the Memphis Egg Boys,
the New York cheesecakes,
the Pittsburgh Whoopie Pies,
and of course my favorite, the Cincinnati Soggy Bottoms.
and then of course there was the New Brunswick Butt Fucks, which eventually became the Seattle Butt Fucks.
Go Bucks!
Go Bucks! Quick side note, maybe a little bit of trivia. So in 1939, William T. Buttfuck tried to buy his hometown of New Brunswick, New Jersey, and all the players on the team and everyone in the town was very afraid he would change the name of the town to New Buttfuck, which would then make the team's name the New Buttfuck Buttfucks. And no one wanted that, so they preemptively traded the team to Seattle to avoid it because he was definitely going to do that.
Anyway, now there are way more teams like
The LA Sheep Pans,
the San Francisco Crab Cakes,
the Baton Rouge Croquembouche,
the New Orleans Beignets,
the Chicago Cannolis,
the Macon Bakers,
and the Baltimore Oreos.
By this time, all gender barriers had been broken down and everyone could play professional batterball because, as William T. Buttfuck would always say,
Anyone can throw an egg. Let's get into how this game is played. So the purpose of Batterball is to score more points or bakes than the opposing team. You know, duh, sports. Just like baseball, the game is divided into 9 innings with each team getting a turn to hit.
The pitcher pitches an egg to the batter. The batter is trying to get the appropriate amount of egg into their batter that they're holding in their non-whisk hand.
The pitcher is trying to either strike out or over-egg
Or under-egg.
the batter's batter. This could lead to a poorly baked cake, which would lead to a, not favorable scoring by the ump should they bring the cake back home. Because the only thing worse than an over-egged cake
Is an under-egged cake. For the batter, it's all about egg control.
Once the batter feels they have the appropriate amount of egg in their batter, they run for first oven, whisking the whole way, and trying to get it in the oven to bake.
The baker's bake is baked at every base until they bring that bake back home.
Unless they get out. There are 4 ways to get out. The first, while the pitcher is pitching and the batter's batting, if 3 eggs go over the bowl, that's 3 strikes. You're out.
If your bake falls out of your hand or is knocked out of your hand during running, unfortunately, that's an out. And it results in a lot of cake on the field, which attracts a lot of birds.
A lot of birds. As the batter is running from base to base, the infield is equipped with a sack of eggs called an egg sack. If you get hit by 3 eggs off base, 1, 2, 3, you're out.
There's always a chance that an egg will land inside of your bake.
This does not result in an out, but a honorable forfeit, in which case the batter will take a bow and walk off the field. You don't want any foreign bodies in the batter.
Finally, if you get tagged by an unbroken egg, that is an out.
After 3 outs, the teams switch sides. If the batter is able to bring a baked cake back home, the umpires will judge it based on presentation, taste, and technical difficulty.
Let's break that down. Presentation. Does it look like a cake?
Does it look like a cake? It has to be risen, it can't be burned, it can't be goo. If a cake passes this test, it's worth 1 point.
Taste. Does it taste like a cake?
It's gotta taste good! Right. Not too dry, not too moist, no foreign objects. The cake then passes this test, it's now worth 2 points.
And here's the doozy, technical difficulty.
How hard was it to bake? Is it a standard yellow or something more complicated? Is it decorated? This category is the most open to interpretation.
And scoring in this category can add 1 to 2 points.
This could be the game-winning bake, because a standard yellow is going to be worth like 1 or 2 points usually, but a correctly executed pineapple upside-down cake could be worth up to 4 points across all 3 categories.
Oh, I should quickly mention that when you're transferring, when you go to first oven, you transfer your batter from your bowl into your pan, and then bowl dogs bring the bowls and the whisk back to the dugout, and that's when the batter takes off their hairnet.
Oh, which brings us to Sophie's favorite part of the game.
The outfit.
We're basically wearing a standard fielding uniform, oven mitt, half apron. Oh, but minus the all-important egg sack.
That's a sack full of eggs.
Right. That's
pretty much it.
Cheating!
Cheating is a big part of batterball. Almost every single really good batterball player has cheated at one point or another.
If you get caught cheating, usually you just have to say your full name, do a little press conference, say your full name, explain why you cheated, how you cheated. If you don't do that, you're barred from playing forever. So a lot of players end up doing these press conferences.
We just want to say we are really, really big Batterball fans.
Yeah, you know, I grew up playing third elf man for the Cordova Crumpets.
And I was a pitcher for the Berkeley Bakewells.
This show is sort of a love letter to our favorite sport. You know, look at the past, present, and future for those of you who don't know too much about it.
But I think it's going to be a lot of inside Batterball.
Third inning, the dugout. Fuck!
Tough break, Chippy. Very tough break.
Tell me about it. I really thought that was going to be 1 or 2 points at least. I haven't brought a cake home in 3 games.
Oh, you'll get yours, Chippy. Wow. Prosecco's really tossing them hard today. Didn't think that the Egg Boys would be such rivals with the eggs.
I mean, I did, you know, them being the Egg Boys and all.
Right, right.
We lost the championship to them last year.
Oh, you know, we play so many games.
You single-handedly won us Game 6 with a perfect funfetti cake.
That is my signature cake.
The mayor of Seattle gave you the key to the city even though we didn't win the series. It was like a huge ceremony.
Oh man, all these things run together. I've been traded so many times. I got keys to every major city west of the Mississippi.
Oh, look at Lisco. He's got a pretty good batter going.
Watch Lisco. He's been over-egging his cakes all season.
No. He's got this. He just needs a little more yolk and he'll be good to go. Come on, Lisco.
Lisco.
Just a little more yolk. You got this. Oh, damn.
I told you.
He let the whole egg go in.
Yep.
It's because it's too eggy.
Well, that cake never had a chance.
Hey, did you ever think, you know, we'd be here?
In Memphis? You know, I've been to Memphis actually a couple of times. In high school, I saw the Lion.
No. I mean, like professional batterball players, you know, in Nibble, playing on the fields, you know?
Yeah, I always knew I'd be a pro.
Come on, I mean, I dreamt about being a Nibble player, like playing on the same fields as Jimmy Joe Johns and Barney Bunt.
Man. Barney Bunt was my favorite player as a kid.
Well, Barney Bunt was everyone's Oh, look at Corbin. Corbin's going for second with the cake. He's going to stack.
That's Corbin's sweet spot. He's got the most runners baked in the league.
Come on, Corbin. Come on, Corbin.
Corbin.
Oh, Corbin, look out.
Corbin, bird on the field.
Bird on the field, Corbin.
Oh, you know, you hate to see that.
Oh.
I haven't seen a bird smack that hard since we played the Chicago Cannolis a couple of years back.
Oh, don't remind me. I was helping Birdner pick feathers out of their teeth for a week.
Is that when we started calling him Birdner?
No, we started calling them Birdner like a year before that when they hit a bird with an egg so hard it exploded.
Oh, yeah, and then we said that the bird they hit was karma for killing a bird in cold blood.
Yeah. Oh, look, the third base player is giving the egg to some kid in the stands. Oh, she's going to take that to school on Monday, I guarantee it.
Oh, that really brings me back.
Oh, did someone give you a foul?
Sure did. It's in my freezer right now, next to my ice pops.
Well, who gave it to you?
Oh, I don't remember.
What are you talking about? Everyone remembers the player who gives them a foul. Who was it?
You know, not someone important.
Oh, was it someone bad, like No Butter Bartlett
No.
or Carol Coriander Crenshaw?
No,
Don't tell me it was Big Bird Bradford. That guy killed so many birds, he was listed as a natural predator to red-breasted saxons.
No, it wasn't any of them. It was somebody good. Man.
How good?
I got the bird from Barney Bunt.
Barney Bunt?
Quiet your mouth, child! I don't want anyone to hear.
You have a genuine Barney Bunt foul frozen in your freezer?
Next to my sandwiches.
You could sell that thing and retire.
I would never sell it. No. That bird is the reason that I knew that I would be a pro. Barney Bunt looked me straight in the eyes and he said, "Little missy, if you can crack this bird's neck nice and real clean like, you got what it takes to be in the majors." And you know what I did?
You broke the bird's neck?
Like it was nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. got there, Chippy?
Just some deodorant. It's hot out.
Really? Because that looks a lot like a little something called PAM.
Okay, you know, and I know, and you know that I would never use PAM in a game. It's strictly prohibited. I would never use a performance enhancer like PAM.
Well, all right then, but, you know, I'm no snitch, but I do have a moral code. I respect Batterball deeply, and if I found out that one of my fellow buttfucks was using PAM to make themselves more slippy between ovens and therefore sliding more effectively, then I might have to convince that player to turn themselves in.
I swear to you on the spirit of Barney Bunt that I am not using PAM. Okay?
Well, all right then.
Let's go. Just got egged out. Looks like we're back on the field. All right, I better get back to, right field. Good job pitching out there. Maybe we can still turn this game around.
Stay slippy, Chippy.
Fourth inning.
A great moment in
Batterball history.
Presented by Doc Maricino Cellino.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a cold January in 1963, and I was playing on the Boise preheats, and we were up against the Macon Bakers. Now this was during the egg shortage of the early 60s. When you ran out of eggs back then, the game was over, and the Bakers were on their last egg. They had us by 3 bakes, and we were thinking, no finals for the preheats this year. Better luck next year. And then Gershwin, Pudding, Carolyn comes up to the plate. Here comes the pitch, and she swings her whisk on that egg, and it goes straight up into the air. And while everyone's looking up at this egg, Pudding shoots this look over to third base. I'll never forget it. It was like she was saying, now I don't know when God's going to realize that egg shouldn't be up there. So you guys get your butt down here. And he finds out. Quick trip the Gip brings in a perfect yellow. 3 points, we tie the game. We go to the next one. And then Puddin' sticks her mitt out over the base, catches that dang egg like it were nothing, and says,
Boys, this one's going on my toast tomorrow.
I got 3 kids and 15 grandkids, but that's the best memory of my life. Fifth inning.
Cheaters!
Part 1. Hi, I'm Chad Chippy Epstein. After standing too close to the second base oven and having my trousers catch on fire from a stray piece of burning batter, it became clear that I did coat my pants with a non-stick spray. Now that the fire has been doused and I have been properly aloe vera'd, I would like to read. The Nibble rulebook states that the use of any non-stick sprays in all forms, e.g. Pam and Crisco, is strictly prohibited from use in games. I incorrectly read that as egg, Pam, and Crisco, which I've been now told is not what EG means. I was under the impression that using a store name brand non-stick spray on my legs would not be in violation of any of the rules, but I was wrong. So I would like to apologize to my team, my coach, my family, but especially and most importantly, the spirit of William T. Buttfuck, who is surely looking down on me in shame and disgust, and I promise I will never cheat again.
Okay, this fucking sucks, alright? My name is Hester Hellraiser Hellman, and apparently I fucking cheated. Okay, alright, so I guess I broke some sacred Nibble rule, but Chippy fucking Pants on Fire, whatever the fuck his name is, tried to shove a pie into my mitt. So I said, and I'll say it right now because we're not in a game, what in the William T. Buttfuck are you doing? Well, turns out that there is a long-standing rule in Nibble that if you use William T. Buttfuck's name in vain in-game, you get suspended for 5 weeks, which is fucking bullshit. Anyway, since we're not in a game right now, I would like to say, fuck William T. Buttfuck, fuck the rules, and fuck Chippy for getting rhubarb all over my favorite mitt. I'm out.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Big Bird Bradford, and you already knew that, but I need to come clean about something. Now, I'm not cheating or reading the rules wrong or nothing, but I do need to come clean in that most of those birds I've been killing, it was on purpose. There's nothing in the rules about killing birds. No one says it's bad, and I get to give the birds out to the kids, and so everyone wins. I just wanted to be open and honest about why I was killing the birds, because I just like it, and I don't plan on stopping. Oh, hey, Merry Christmas, everyone! Sixth inning, Batterball, a film by William T. Buttfuck. So at this point in the show, this is kind of, we're legally required to play a short documentary made in the early 60s, written by, directed by, starring, produced by, everything, William T. Buttfuck himself.
So, in accordance with the strict copyright laws of Nibble and the Buttfuck estate, whenever an unofficial piece of Batterball media is presented, and we mention William T. Buttfuck's name more than 2 times,
We're at like 30.
this film must be presented in its entirety.
That's why so many Batterball movies, Cookie of the Year, Magnus Bear Claws,
Angel Food Cake in the Outfield.
Angel Food Cake in the Outfield, Fields of Whipped Creams, Victoria Sandwich Lot, yeah. All those movies, they all have a scene where the characters like sit down and then turn on this documentary, and then they have to play, yeah.
Okay, so that was our awkward transition, and now you all are sitting down to watch it.
Roll it!
Here we go. Greetings! I'm Batterball founder William T. Buttfuck. What does the T stand for, you ask? Well, if you sit back, relax, and pay close attention and behave, I'll tell you. Sound good? Of course it does. Now, I wasn't always the successful sportsman and business entrepreneur that you see before you. I, like many of you, started out weak with no job and no future. A child! I overcame so many obstacles to get to where I am today. So, let's start where I started, in my mama's womb. My mama baked every day, as I, a mere parasite, absorbed her nutrients, knowledge, and talent for singing. I would later use that knowledge to found the sport of Batterball. My boyhood was normal and unnoteworthy. This is my father, Charlton Prometheus Buttfuck, my very first nemesis.
Well, hey there, champ. How's it going?
Be gone, father! I cast thee out!
All right, I'll see you later.
My father would later find himself as a deckhand on the maiden voyage of the Titanic, a position I arranged for him myself. Which brings me to my 14th nemesis, president of the American Baseball League and owner of the worst bangs in history, Ben Johnson.
If I catch any of you boys trying to unionize again, I'll send you so deep into the minor leagues you'll be coughing up the coal I pay you with.
He was my best friend. Hey, fuck you, Ben.
Oh, heck you too, William.
Doesn't he suck?
You're a poor excuse for a sportsman. And you lack finesse, and your sport doesn't make any sense.
Your sport doesn't make any sense. You have 2 teams named after colored socks. I love this man. After some time, I noticed some nameless, unimportant players baking at the field ovens during a particularly cold winter. So I struck a deal with Rye Old Man.
Yeah, basically I let William sell tickets, to his baking baseball game.
Batterball!
Whatever, and I get some of the cut of the profits, you know, some money I would make in the off season.
And I ended up picking up a bunch of other players that old Van here said were unfit to play baseball. Ooh.
Oh, well, you know, just the fellows who weren't too good at running or pitching or hitting or throwing or batting or the women types or anyone who wasn't white.
Basically everybody. I didn't put limits on who could play because, you know, anyone can throw an egg.
Yeah, anyone can throw an egg. You keep saying that. It means your sport's easy.
Anyone can throw an egg, yes, but everything else is much more technical than your baseball spit. Leave me.
You want to go throw Army surplus grenades at oil barrels later?
Obviously.
All right.
Obviously, Batterball was a huge success, but it needed something. It needed something to bind the crowd together, like an ooey, gooey batter of American sport. So, I used the other talent I took from my mother, her beautiful voice. I composed the best song that's ever been written that was truly original and no one else wrote it first. It's called Take Me Out to the Batterball Game. It is absolutely amazing, but someone stood in my way, another nemesis. They were, I don't recognize which nemesis you are supposed to be.
Mr. Buttfuck, so the other producers said you didn't put up enough money to hire another 47 actors to play the rest of your nemesis. So I'm just gonna have to play all of them.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm basically just gonna, like, be... Ooh, okay, the Egg Producers of America, all the players you forced out of the game, your first wife, your second wife, Queen Elizabeth II, your third wife, who is also your current fifth wife.
Dana!
Yeah. Babe Ruth, all of your illegitimate children, all of your legitimate children, the people of New Brunswick, New Jersey, the Audubon Society.
They deserve it!
And your fourth wife.
Alright, well you've got to narrow it down. I can only funnel so much rage into one place.
Yeah, that's not easy, everyone. Okay, sorry, just let me get into character. I'll be Jack Norworth and Albert von Tilzer.
Well, who the egg are they?
You stole our song, you know, good love. Yeah, we wrote Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
I've never heard.
You just took our song and you changed the words and made it about yourself and rhymed game with game.
It's a really great song and it's completely original. In every Batterball game that I can go to, I stand in the middle of the field, I rip off my shirt, and I sing it with my stolen voice. Oh, cut! No, this actor is not working for me. He is not saying the lines that I wrote. Ugh. I need a break! Somebody get me some eggs! Raw!
And that's the end of the documentary.
That's the thing.
William T. Buttfuck was notoriously cheap, and when they showed him that cut, the best take they had, he said, "It's perfect! Don't change anything!"
Yeah, and they actually ended up finding that actor buried under third phase oven at Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cannolis.
Well, I mean, yeah, the Cubs do play there, too.
Who?
Oh!
You hear that music?
It's time for the seventh inning proof! Oh, seventh inning proof! This is the time of the game when the players get a little extra break to make a more complicated batter, get some extra technical points late game.
Yes, while the Yeasty Doughs are rising, everybody in the crowd sings the Batterball anthem. Take me out to the Batterball game.
And we'd love if all of you would sing along with us. If you look under some of your chairs, you have the words printed out.
Yeah.
Please share. If you don't all sing along, we will be fined thousands of dollars by the International Batterball League.
Yes, the fine is very hefty, so if you have to share with a partner, please do.
Okay, I think we're almost ready.
They're just everywhere.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go. Take it out of the oven, put it into my mouth. Watch out for stray eggs and bird attacks. If you catch one, give that neck a crack. So let's root for William T. Buttfuck, the man who founded this game. 'Cause it's one, me. I'm Chad Chippy, Liar Liar Pants on Fire Epstein again. Well, I messed up. Basically, I misread another rule, and I thought it said that an infield player couldn't make a runner try pie, but it really said trip, i.e., etc., etc. You get it. So, yeah, I tried to make Hester Hellraiser feed me a rhubarb pie, and then she beat me up. And then I got kicked off the Seattle Buttfucks, and that was a mistake, and I do feel bad.
Yes, it was I who summoned the birds. Wilma, the witch of the Wichita Whiskers Wilson. Before the game, I made a pentagram of biscotti and buttercream. And I baked it at 350 until golden brown, and my birds were on their way. If it hadn't been for that oaf Big Bird Bradford, he murdered all of my birds! Apparently, witchcraft has been outlawed in the game of Batterball since 1926. So, my punishment will be that I will be burned at the stake and have 8 weeks suspension. My birds will return!
Hey everyone, I'm Randy Johnson. I guess I cheated. When coming up, I would put things in people's batters, all kinds of things. And no one said nothing, but in this case, I did happen to put my scrotum into the batter, which resulted in a terrible burn and the eventual discovery of my deception. I parboiled my egg boys, you could say. I burned my cupcakes, as it were. What I'm saying is I marred my testicles. I'd like to apologize or whatever for violating Nibble's no nuts or other allergens policy. I guess I just gotta keep my cashews to myself. And I am, of course, still talking about my testes. Ninth inning, a bake of their own. Oh, say, Dana, can I ask you a question? You got a moment? What team do you play for?
Well, I'm a cupcake.
Oh, see, I was just asking, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw an egg home when we got a 2-bait lead. You let the tie-in lead get on second, and we lost the lead because of you! Now you start using your head! That's that ball of uncooked batter 3 feet above your ass! Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying! There's no crying in Batterball! My team buttfuck was my manager, and he told me he would chop me into little pieces and bake me into his 4th wedding cake, and that was when he was only on his 2nd marriage. Did I cry? No! You know why? Because there's no crying in Batterball. There's no crying in Batterball! Your tears will get into the cake and it makes it all salty. It's a waste of good batter. Come on, take a seat in the dugout and I'll put on a film.
What film?
Oh, just something by old Commissioner Buttfuck himself. Maybe it'll get some of that egg off your face.
Greetings! I'm William T. Buttfuck. What does the T stand for, you ask? Well, if you sit back, relax, pay attention, and behave, I'll tell you at the end.